I was just in the grocery store. Can't even talk today. My mouth isn't awake yet. It's early. Plus, we woke up to burning rubber smell in my house. So my PTSD is low-key activated. I got to get fire department over to see what's going on. Regardless, this message is coming through. So I'm shopping for yogurt. And I remembered the times when I just felt like there was never enough. It's really important when it comes to generating more sales faster, bringing more money into your life faster. I'm a rags to riches queen. I know what I'm talking about. Almost a 25K day. Let's go. That was cash day, by the way, in my bank account, one transaction. There was lots more that month. So I'm going over to my Liberté, I think that's how you pronounce it, Greek yogurt, and I'm looking for the one that has the most protein. There's one that has 17 grams and there's one that has 9. I want the 17 grams. I'm looking and I'm picking them out and I'm thinking, how many should I buy? How many yogurts should I buy? Because I like to make bread. I became aware and noticed the sense of the root chakra, the bottom, my pelvic floor, feeling secure. And I thought, this is a video. So if you're not into chakras or spirituality, just think of security, okay? The feeling of security in your life. Because in the past, I used to have this gaping hole in it. What it felt like is like there's never enough. So when I went to go shopping and to buy yogurt, for example, I would have felt like I need to get 40. In fact, I would have not gone to the small grocery store that I went to now. I would have went to Costco and bought a whole bunch. Just ask Chris, he knows. And I would fill up the fridge, like not full, but I would buy way too much because nothing could fill that hole. There was this hole there that just felt like it wasn't secure. When we're in that phase, and this is why I wanted to share this with you, when we're in that phase, we can't make logical decisions. Our emotional brain takes over because we're in survive mode. We're in fight flight mode. And when that brain takes over, it never gets satisfied. It just doesn't. The way we're designed is it can't until you deal with all of the hormones that are running through your body and have been stored there for a long time. So I've had PTSD since I was 15. That means there was a lot of hormones stored there that needed to be dealt with. A lot of cortisol, especially. So girl, it's been a process. It didn't happen overnight. It's been persistent, one day at a time, keeping on with this work, keeping on with investing in myself, keeping on with moving forward, and really celebrating these moments because it is a huge celebration where I could just buy 4 yogurts. I think I bought 4. I may have bought 5. Okay. 4 I use for the bread, and then 1 I like to use for cereal and extra stuff. But there's a bottom to it. Does that make sense? There's a bottom to it. Message is fight, flight, survive mode. We never feel like there's enough. Do you relate to that? It feels like there's never enough. There's never enough money for everything. And there's no organization. There's nothing there that's saying, okay, we've reached the point where we're enough. We have enough now. I almost said we're enough because it used to be a worthiness thing where it's like, I'm not enough. And that can play into it too. But at the end of the day, when you are balanced and when you are healed enough, you don't have to be perfect, right? You can see I'm squirreling and I'm still telling you about it coming on video because I got nothing to hide. I don't think I'll ever be perfect. But when you have reached a point where you can function, where you have healed and sealed that gap. Just for the record, this is an energetic hole, leakage of energy. That is not good. We want to have a secure, solid base to function from. And when we have that, we make decisions that allow us to say, okay, I've reached the point where that is enough now. I have enough security. I have enough savings. I have enough food. I have enough resources, mental, emotional resources to take care of myself, even if other people around me don't understand, or they wouldn't panic as much as I would, or someone else is panicking more, like whatever it is. I have that secure, solid base to make rational decisions from that feel good to me and aligned with my values, my life, what matters to me, what I feel is security. That's what matters. And that takes inner work. And it takes forethought, a lot of forethought. And that's the work I do with my clients and students. So check out the link in my bio. When you have that sorted, life feels very different. It feels like, okay, I've already thought this out. I already know that this is there in case of an emergency. This is here. This is here. I have this storage. I know what I'm going to do in case I panic, whether people think it's ridiculous or not. I have to keep adding that because as women, it can feel like people around us are thinking we're just, being over emotional. But we get to run our own lives how we want to. Bottom line is when I'm buying yogurt now, it's a beautiful experience. It's like, okay, That's the end. It's not a worry. When there's no bottom, there's this constant worry. It's like, oh, there's not enough. And then the emotion takes over and you can't think. So when emotions are high, logic is low and you can't think properly. You spend too much on yogurt, which affects your whole budget. And, we're not just talking about yogurt. This is one example that happens in most areas of your life. And then you're left without a savings nest, or you're left without the security that you want, whatever that looks like for you. Do the work. Make it feel good, and celebrate the milestones, even if nobody else understands.